and sit here, shall we? What do you guys think of this hoodie? Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. I'm wearing something that you might be like, what the bloody hell is this? Like, it's got a cool pattern on the front, cool pattern on the back. These will be launching very, very soon. Me and my housemate Biso, we're going to be releasing these. They're going to be limited edition. They're going to be quite expensive, but 100% recycled material. It's wonderful. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. But welcome back to another video. Enough of me promoting. It's back to celebration time, isn't it? We've got another announcement. Thiago Silva is a Chelsea player. It is an official announcement. We've seen him holding up the shirt. There's been a brilliant response on this one. Obviously, this week, the focus has been on the defenders. There's been a delay with the signing of Kai Havertz that we're going to go into a bit more later on in the video. But Thiago Silva is a massive signing for Chelsea. In terms of free agents, this one was an absolute no-brainer. As soon as Chelsea realised that Thiago Silva was going to be available this summer, they were straight onto it. And I think that in terms of coming into the team to create a short-term fix to what has been a big problem this season, Thiago Silva, even at nearly 36 years old, I think he walks into this Chelsea first team. I think we saw in the Champions League final after his performance against Bayern Munich that despite his age, he's still agile enough. He might not be as quick as he used to be, but he's still very good in the air, very good at controlling the game from the back. And I think this season, Thiago Silva is going to allow the rest of our centre-backs to grow into bigger, better, more confident players. And I think despite the language barrier that Thiago Silva is probably going to have, he doesn't speak very much English. I like the way that his family are getting involved with Chelsea as well. You see them with the PSG shirts and then they put the Chelsea shirts over the top, his wife and kids. It looks very, very good, this one. I think he's very excited to come to London. For a player in the final years of his career, I think it's great for his ambition that he didn't just take an easy option. He didn't go to China for a big pay grade. He didn't go to the MLS just to wind down. No, obviously, like, no offense to those leagues, but the Premier League is still a massive step in quality, even from the French league. So I'm not going to sit here and say Farmers League because PSG got to the Champions League final, Lyon got to a semi-final. So I won't be here disrespecting the French league, but it's a massive step up. And obviously with the quality of attacking players that the Premier League has, Thiago Silva is going to be tested. But I firmly believe he's going to be a massive success. Welcome to the best football club on planet Earth, Mr. Thiago Silva. So the next story that I want to talk about today in this Chelsea news video is COVID. I know, it's annoying, isn't it? It's just like, keeps knocking on the door, it's not going away. Apparently, there are some Chelsea players that might have been tested positive for the coronavirus again, which obviously means they go into 14-day isolation periods. It means they won't be training, which probably means they'll be missing the start of the season. I don't know how legit this all is. A lot of the stories are coming out from tabloid newspapers that I wouldn't believe anything they wrote inside that newspaper. So for that reason, I'm not going to talk about it too much in the sense of naming names because I don't know who the names are. But a lot of Chelsea players went away on holidays to places where they didn't have to come back and self-quarantine. And I think obviously the club would have been aware about all of the players' plans to go to various places, and they probably wouldn't have let them go away to places where they would have to come back and quarantine because of the rules in the UK. So Corona's still around. We know it's still obviously something that is keeping fans out of the stadium on the whole. But today, it's Brighton versus Chelsea. Not quite the opening weekend of the Premier League season, but it's a friendly where 2,500 Brighton fans are able to attend the game. So we can see that the shift in sport now is to try and get fans back through the door as best as they can. So the news is 6 Things We Learned will be out after this game against Brighton, and I might do a live stream. If this video hits 6,000 likes before the game starts, I might consider doing a stream, a watch along for the game today for Chelsea versus Brighton. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see in the comments down below. And it's the first opportunity that we might have, and I think we will, to potentially see Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner play together. Obviously, the international break is coming up as well, so players will be leaving for international duty after this one. So it could be the perfect opportunity for both Werner and Hakim Ziyech to get on the pitch together at the same time. We're not obviously going to be seeing Thiago Silva because he's not yet in the UK. I am so excited. I remember last pre-season, There was the excitement because it was Frank Lampard's first game as Chelsea manager. He was coming down the tunnel in that match at Ireland. There was something special about that. This time, even though obviously football's very different now, pre-season is still not what it was because there's not as much time for fixtures. Chelsea are still doing the business in the transfer window, and I'm very excited to see, even in a friendly like this one, against the Premier League side, Timo Werner on the score sheet hopefully for Chelsea and Hakim Ziyech on the pitch as well. Something else that I'm also very excited about is the potential that we have to maybe see someone like Conor Gallagher get some minutes in this game against Brighton. We've seen that Conor Gallagher is back with Chelsea, he's training. He had a very successful loan move last season, or two very successful loan moves last season in the Championship at both Charlton Athletic and Swansea City, and Conor Gallagher's one of those players who'll see the wealth of investment that Chelsea have made in the central midfield areas, and even in these little games, it's against Premier League opposition. I think Frank Lampard will definitely be giving minutes to Gallagher today in order to give him that chance to show himself. There's also the chance that we might see Ethan Ampadu back in a Chelsea shirt, and of course, it's the first time that we'll see the players wearing the new kit in a match as well. So for many reasons, I think this friendly against Brighton today will show us a lot because it's only 2 weeks now until the season kicks off. We'll see how fit the players are. I don't expect them to go full intensity because obviously it's just a friendly, and people do get carried away with friendlies. I remember last summer I was getting carried away when we beat Barcelona. I was getting a little bit worried when we lost to Frontale Kawasaki or whatever their name was. We lost that one, and, you know, Ross Barkley was also the best player on the pitch and then didn't show up for the first half of the season. So no matter what you see in this friendly game today against Brighton, it's not going to be an overall reflection of what Chelsea will look like come that first week of the season. We know there's still a lot of training that needs to be done. There's this stupid international break with Corona still, you know, causing chaos and havoc everywhere. There's an international break as well, which kind of doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. It's football. What can you do about it? Hopefully throughout the period, the next couple of weeks, there isn't any more bad news when it comes to Chelsea, Corona, injuries before the season starts, because it would be great if Frank Lampard has absolutely everybody available to him so that we can start seeing new strategies implemented early, we can start seeing new tactical ploys implemented early as well. And yeah, the two that I'm really looking forward to seeing are both Conor Gallagher and also Ethan Ampadu. And I want to see Kepa in goal as well. I want to see what he can do. You know, it's pre-season. He's got a chance to shine again whilst Chelsea is still looking for another goalkeeper supposedly on the market. But there'll be more news about that in the coming days. So stay tuned later on today for that one. If you're not yet subscribed to GBFC, you might as well do so that you don't miss a video, and turn on the bell notifications while you're at it as well, because it will send a little message to your phone telling you that there's a brand new video. Now, the final story of the day, of course, I thought I was going to be sat here today announcing Kai Havertz, welcoming Kai Havertz to Chelsea Football Club. Sadly, the delay is going to move on to next week. Kai Havertz is going away on international duty, and the deal wasn't completed because there's no issues with the upfront payment. Chelsea are paying, I think it's 80 million, 72 million pounds upfront to Bayer Leverkusen, and it's just the bonuses and the add-ons that are currently not quite being in agreement between Leverkusen and Chelsea. Not only that, but Leverkusen are waiting for Patrick Schick to come in. I've said this a couple of times this week, but it's still the case. Patrick Schick hasn't signed yet, and Bayer Leverkusen don't want Chelsea to announce this transfer. They don't want to complete everything until they know that he's through the door, because the moment Chelsea pay that 72 million pounds, clubs are going to start selling players to Bayer Leverkusen at a higher rate because they know that they've got that kind of money available. So we've got to be patient. I know that the more this goes on, and obviously yesterday was Friday, so rolling into the weekend and this one not being done is stressing out a lot of people. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Fabrizio Romano gave us the here we go earlier this week. Regardless of whether or not Havertz is actually through the door right now, it's been a bloody amazing week to be a Chelsea fan, this one. We've got a game tonight, going to have brand new Chelsea news videos out tomorrow, and hopefully we can get the Havertz deal through the door, and that's when we can have a massive party here on the GBFC channel. But anyway, going to wrap this video up here. Thank you guys for watching today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit the like button. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram at Mr. George Benson. Both of those are linked down below. And if you want to join my Discord server, it's just $1 a month. Link to that is also in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be after the friendly against Brighton. Come on, you Blues.